Do. Just say that it's so. And I'm alive. What's this? Okay. Happy Thursday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm going to take a minute to look at a couple of things here on StreamYard. Doesn't appear that there's anyone in here, but if you're here watching the replay, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Hope your day is going quite well. Yeah, I am just checking a couple of things here on StreamYard. Just really quickly before I get into busy mode, or before we get into the whole bunch of the stream. Hi Tina, hi Chuck, thank you guys for being here. That was the best turkey leg in my life, the one I had with you guys, with Tina and Chuck. That really was. StreamYard is hiding things from me. Maybe they just don't have it here. I think I'm just imagining things. Mike Wheeler, welcome in. Well, anyway, oh, is it right here? Ah. If it was a snake, it'd bit me. What's this do? What's this do? Oh, it worked. Let's change it back. Let's just change that back. You don't see that. Let's change that back. That looks a lot better. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to give myself a minute to try to. Oh, okay, guys. I hope your Thursday is going well, because I sure as heck am having a great day. So what is this? Nope, that's not quite what I'm doing. Hi, Carol. I see you there in the chat. I am fooling around with the avatar here on StreamYard. I thought I'd take the liberty of doing this just in the first few minutes of the stream before we really get going with everything. Let me try something. Jack Twaddle, how are you? Princess Paula Bell, how are you? Welcome in. I'm going to try something. Ha! Look at that. I got my logo on there. There we go. I figured out how to do it. put my little turkey legs through there. Now you can just talk to the turkey leg. Russ, welcome in. All right, I will do that, Russ. I will give you a warning. I will warn you of anything I'm doing. I will, hold on one second. This may or may not be a caffeinated beverage. I picked this up at the dollar store. This drink. It doesn't have sugar. It's got like natural like sweetening. But, excuse me, it also has caffeine in it. So I drank it. I drank some, and this is going to turn out to be just a very interesting stream. Richard Blumencheese, so welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Or whatever day you want it to be. Yeah, Russ, good to have you in here. I know you started your new job there. And so, but yep. Welcome in, everybody. I am doing well. I had something on my mind that I wanted to talk about. Anyway, while I'm thinking of what that might have been, I'm going to show off some things I found at the dollar store. I went to Dollar Tree, was it last weekend? Within the past week, I went to a Dollar Tree and I found a few Disney things. One of those you can see behind me. I've got a thing for reusable shopping bags. I've got quite a collection, and they had this at the Dollar Tree for $1, if you can believe that. $1, and it's a shopping bag. It's this cartoon style Mickey Mouse, Mickey and Minnie, and I had to get it. Put up here behind me. And so I got it. Yeti, and it's really cute. Russ says, I believe it may have been how squirrels fly remote control helicopters. I was not aware of that. Well, we could talk about that. I don't know if I can really contribute to the conversation because I know nothing about the subject, but that's really interesting. I actually am kind of fond of squirrels, to be perfectly honest. I also found these. These are magic towels. These are just the little like washcloth things that you put in water and then they'll expand. I found this one there. Baby Yoda. And speaking of Mickey, I found this one as well. I'm probably going to be opening them and putting them in water tomorrow. And yeah. Carol, welcome back. You're here for real now. That is awesome. I am too. I'm here for real now. Um, and by golly, I know there's a lot of Disney uh, news coming out, and I'm not gonna like spoil everything because I have. Yes, Tina, they're like washcloths. They're magic towels. Um, well, this one's kind of open already. You can kind of see. Ooh, it's open. Um, you can kind of see it here. This one kind of busted. So anyway, I'll take pictures once they're, when they have blossomed, and I will put them on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram and social media and things, I yesterday I went through, and since this is a big week for me in that I have relaunched my first podcast, The Dean Report, I have also launched for the first time Newsflash Disney as a podcast. And I went through all of the apps or the podcast platforms that each of the both of the podcasts are on, and I put links to those. I actually created a brand new, I set up a campsite link, campsite.bio / the Turkey Lakester, and that had all the links, and I had links to just a couple platforms that the podcasts were on for a little while, but now you can actually find all the platforms. There's several options for both of the podcasts. So you can, I actually made a new profile or pages for each of the podcasts on Campsite. And so when you go to the Turkey Lakester campsite page and you click for the podcast, you will be redirected to the campsite page for the podcast individually. So that took a few minutes, but it improves my links, and so you can connect with me on all those things. So Richard says, I heard of a weird trick today, Dean. I'll have to try the next time I come down in November. If you bring your own container, you can fill up on any of the barbecue at Regal Eagle. I will try. Ooh. And then that's really interesting, Richard. Wow. I think the turkey leg is in Epcot, Richard. You do get half a point for that. But the turkey leg stand is in the American Adventure, as Tina said, the U.S. The American Adventure and the good old Fife and Drum is located. Not that I need a map. Oh, thank you, Carol. Yeah, I was just showing my bag off. I just found it at the Dollar Tree. $1 for a Disney thing. Can you imagine? So this here's Epcot, and right here, Fife and Drum. It's right along the main pathway, and yes, the Regal Eagle is in there. do you fold this thing on up? This is going to be the rest of the stream, guys. I'm going to try to figure out how you fold up a Disney park map. Nope, that's not it. Ah, no, nope. Okay, you know what? I can do that after. New flavors of turkey legs. That's interesting. Yeah, oh, with the sauces, yeah. I usually don't need to put anything on the turkey legs, because the way when they smoke the turkey legs, when they smoke the turkey legs, hold on. When they smoke the turkey legs, it's got such a great flavor, all of its own, that I personally, just me, don't need to put anything on them, because I love the turkey legs how they are. Oh, I'm on stream. So anyway, what do I say? All you need is a box of gallon-sized bags. You could get 10 gallons of barbecue. Good thing security doesn't check it on the way out. Do that. But yeah, I've brought Ziploc bags for, I tried taking a turkey leg home with me one time, and I think I needed to do something different. Like after I got back to my car, like I needed a way to transfer the turkey leg. I should have had like a whole stretch, a whole segment of like aluminum foil. I think it would keep it not. What happened was, because of the turkey leg was hot when I put it in the Ziploc bag, and then I sealed it up, and then it was hot, and it was kind of moisture, condensation. Keeping it for that longer period of time while it was in my backpack wasn't, really conducive to the turkey leg, maintaining the integrity of the turkey leg. That's very important. You want to maintain the integrity of the turkey leg. And so I think the Ziploc bag would work for until you get back to the car. But at that point, I think it would have been better if I had aluminum foil to transfer that in. And then I think also when I got home, maybe to warm it up before I start eating it again, or before I start to eat it. Yeah. What was I thinking? What was I saying? Oh, Paula, that's no problem. Well, it's great that you're here. I'm trying to remember. I had a senior moment there. Russ says what you could do is next time wear a foil hat into the park and then use it to grab your turkey leg. Ooh, I like that idea. I do like that idea. Interesting. Anyway. Yes, Richard, thank you. I need to wrap it in tin foil or the aluminum foil to wrap it in afterwards so it keeps its freshness. That's what I was thinking. Wrap it in the foil when I get back to my car, and then when I'm ready to heat it up, um, you know, put it in the oven and it's in the foil so it'll, heat up. So, turkey leg turkey legology um, with Dean tonight. Um, yeah, I'm totally at a loss for what else. I was gonna mention something. I know they have released information for the pass system that Disneyland will be having, the Magic Keys. They released that a couple of days ago. They also said that Walt Disney World will have passes in time for the 50th starting. I am making sure, I am waiting very eagerly for to buy a pass, and so I'm very interested to find out what the pricing is for Walt Disney World passes. That way, I know, whether or not I'm going to be able to buy a pass for my birthday, which is in April, or if I'll need to wait until another time. So I'm eager, but I'm obviously um, um, it'll be at least a few $100s, and I'm kind of on my way with that. Oh, Princess Paula Bell, 35 subscribers. Congratulations, Paula. That's awesome. Paula is starting a channel, folks. Looking forward to seeing what Paula has coming out and in the coming days, weeks, months, years. Amy, ADC Magic, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy Merry Christmas. Great to see everyone here. I am really trying, guys, to remember there was something I was gonna talk about. I usually try to have some kind of a thing, a discussion of sorts, or some kind of an activity like a game or something. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited to get a pass. Richard says, or Dean, after you get some turkey legs transferred to your house, you could slice it and then dehydrate and make turkey leg jerky yourself. Ooh, that's interesting, Richard. That sounds like work when I can just eat the legs when they're fresh. But that sounds interesting. That is an interesting idea. Amy, looks like Amy has chocolate. Amy, oh, that's right. I saw you had some pictures on Instagram. I saw those chocolate. Very interesting. I haven't had chocolate in a while. When was the last time I had chocolate? When did I have chocolate last? Seems like okay, hold on, guys. I gotta remember when I had chocolate last. Let's see, I've been kind of trying to stay away from like sweet things, and candies, of all sorts are in that category. So I'm trying to remember the last time I had some kind of chocolate. It seems like I bought a little package of peanut M&Ms, within the past month or two. I could be wrong on that. But that's my favorite kind of candy. When I do break down and buy some candy, is the peanut M&Ms. Yeah. Ooh, Richard says, last time I had chocolate was a week and a half ago when I had a Mickey premium bar at my resort. That's right. You were down here in Disney, Richard. That's awesome. Question, Richard. Did you have a turkey leg? Really curious to know if you had a turkey leg while you were here. I know there's so much in Disney to have and to do and to, you can only do so much, especially when you're here for a section of time. But okay, Richard says no, but I attempted to try most of the food from Food and Wine. Awesome. That's good. Well, okay. I'll give you a pass. It's the festival. It's the festival. There was something I saw that looked interesting on the Food and Wine menu. I'm just forgetting everything tonight, guys, because I don't even remember. Anyway, Noah, just Noah's Adventures. How are you? Happy Friday. Thursday. I'm going to have something else to drink. Well, guys, I think maybe it's time we should go ahead or I should go ahead and switch into story time mode, because clearly I cannot remember what I had in mind to talk about tonight. I'm going to try to come up with another round of the little game that I did before. That's called What's That From?, where I give you a line from a Disney song and you try to guess what it's from. And so I had a round. I might just go back and retry the original round one, because I did that a while back and I only had a few people in that stream. So I'll probably do that next week, actually. And then maybe I'll come up with a fresh batch of songs. What I do is I pick a line from a Disney song, but it's not like the title line, or it's kind of a line from like the middle of the song that you might be trickier to identify what it's from. So next week I'm going to try to do that for you guys. Oh, Dave, have a good night. Yeah, you're working early in the morning. Good night. Have a great evening. Let us see what else is happening? Everyone's saying hello. Russ's memory runs on chocolate. I can't remember when I had chocolate last, so I eat more chocolate. Ooh, Russ, does that work? That just sounds like a very interesting. Tina likes peanut M&Ms and Reese's the best. I'm okay with Reese's. It's a little sweet. I don't really like my peanut butter and peanut things too sweet, which is I think why I like the peanut M&Ms, because you've got the little candy bit, candy shell around the actual peanut, and so you're not being overwhelmed with like sweet. Russ doesn't remember. More chocolate. You gotta eat more chocolate. More chocolate. Oh, Richard says, my favorite drink of all food and wine was the twisted chai tea and whiskey. Favorite food, the pulled pork sliders at Hawaii Pavilion. Oh, that looked interesting when I saw that. There was something else. Seems like there was some kind of a something else. I'd have to look up the menus. It'll like jog my memory as soon as I see it. But yeah. But guys, let's go ahead and read a story. So I've got several Disney storybooks, and this is one, and I have not read a story out of this one yet. I got the Disney Princess Bedtime Stories. And so I picked a story. So my favorite Disney princess. Not that I'm terribly huge on the princesses of Disney. Well, I should take it back. As far as the princesses go, my two favorite princesses are actually about maybe a three-way tie between Cinderella, Belle, and Elsa. So tonight's story is Bedtime for Gus. So it is time for bedtime story. Go ahead and get your warm blankie if you like to do that. Your warm milk, your other favorite beverages and goodies and things as you wind down for the evening. We are going to read about Gus, Bedtime for Gus. And this is a story set in Cinderella, before Cinderella went to the ball. So here we go. Pull the mic in just a little bit. Oh. Cinderella looked out her window. The sun was setting in the distance. Oh, the sun was setting. In the distance, she could see the castle's clock. It read 8 o'clock. Oh, bye, Richard. Have fun in editing land. Thanks for being here. Cinderella tapped gently on the walls of her attic room. Bedtime, she called. Jack, Susie, Gus, and the other mice hurried out of their mouse hole. Cinderella did all the household chores in her wicked stepmother's house. She never had time for fun, so the birds and mice were her only friends. Bedtime already? Jack cried. But bedtime? Gus asked. Gus was Cinderella's newest mouse friend. She had just rescued him from a trap that morning. Bedtime, Gus Gus. Close eyes and fall asleep, Susie exclaimed. Gus looked confused. He closed his eyes and started to tip over. Oh, I'm sorry that I bumped the mic. Jack caught him. Not fall, Gus Gus, he said. Fall asleep like this. He put his head on his hands and pretended to snore. Cinderella laughed. Falling asleep isn't all there is to bedtime, she said. Gus has never lived in a house before. We'll have to teach him about getting ready for bed. Okay, okay, the other mice cried. Show Gus Gus. And here's on the next page. They're going to show Gus all about getting ready for bed. First, Cinderella said, you have to put on your pajamas. She went to a trunk and pulled out a tiny pair of striped pajamas for Gus. Here, try these on. Soon, they were all in their pajamas, even Cinderella. That's better, Cinderella declared. Pajamas are much more comfortable for sleeping than regular clothes. Gus nodded. Gus Gus loves pajamas, he exclaimed. Gus Gus wears pajamas all the time. Cinderella smiled. I'm glad you like your pajamas, Gus, but they are only for while you're sleeping. The mouse nodded. Now sleep, Cinderella, another mouse cried. Cinderella smiled. Not quite yet, she said to the young mouse. First, wash your face and brush your teeth. When you're all scrubbed and brushed, I'll kiss you goodnight, and then Susie will tuck everyone in. Gus said with a smile, tasting the minty toothpaste. The other mice giggled and finished up. Gus watched carefully. Before long, he was done too. Tuck in? Gus asked. Jack pulled him toward the wash basin. Not yet, Gus, he said. He handed him some soap. Gus looked puzzled, but he watched as the other mice washed their faces and patted themselves dry with old rags. Then he did the same thing. And there's both those pictures there on both pages. Let me go ahead and show this picture right here. There we go. Getting in their beds. And their Betty bye-byes. When the mice were all neat and clean, Cinderella kissed them good night. It's time for everyone to go to sleep, she said sweetly. Follow me, Jack told Gus. He ran to his little bed and hopped in. Then he pointed to the bed next to him. That's your bed, he said. Gus grinned and got under the covers. Susie tucked in each of the mice. "Story, Cinderella!" the mice cried. "Story!" Cinderella smiled. "All right," she said. And here she is, reading the story, or telling the story to the mice. Once upon a time, there was a young prince who lived in a beautiful castle. He had everything that money could buy: fine clothes, jewels, paintings, and more. But something was missing. He didn't have anyone special to love. Cinderella continued the story for a long time. Each time she tried to stop, the mice begged for more. After a while, they couldn't keep their eyes open anymore. It was just too late. When the last mouse had fallen asleep, Cinderella tiptoed to her own bed and climbed in, still thinking about her bedtime story. Dreaming up tales made her forget her life of chores, at least for a time. And here's this picture on this page, kind of a double spread there. Just then, Gus began to snore. Cinderella giggled and pulled up her covers. She glanced once more at the clock on the castle tower. It read 11 o'clock. "Oh my," she murmured sleepily. "If the mice had their way, I'd be telling tales until midnight." Cinderella snuggled against her pillow and yawned. "If only some of my stories would come true," she added sleepily. As Cinderella closed her eyes, the birds began to sing a lullaby. As Cinderella Soon Cinderella was fast asleep, dreaming that someday she'd meet a handsome prince and live happily ever after. Oh, maybe Russ. I don't know. They cleverly ends the story right here. They cleverly just end the story. But yeah, that sounds like something Anastasia and Drizella might do. Cinderella! But anyway, that is the end of this story. Bedtime for Gus. So, and it just kept getting later and later. And they just kept going to sleep. Sleepy, sleepy. So, anyway. And I still haven't remembered what I wanted to kind of talk about tonight. I really need to make myself notes for my shows. Otherwise, I'm going to I feel like I've just been, besides reading the story, I feel like I just haven't had a theme tonight. So anyway, I had major story moment. Major. Totally forgot. But yeah, I enjoy I enjoy reading the stories. Um, it's something you don't have on any of really the all the other channels. Reading a bedtime story, and I thought, well, because I'm going late at night, people are getting ready for bed, winding down from their busy day of everything they're doing. I just think it'd be nice to read bedtime stories um, for the people. And so that's what I do. We come in, we chit chat, we have fun. Oh, well, we've got a few minutes. I did actually remember something that I was going to talk about, or what I was going to talk about. And actually, I was messaging back and forth with Paula this afternoon about um, the fact that there's so many channels. And oh, good night, Paula. The fact that there's so many. Thank you for coming in. Um, the fact that there's so many channels, there's so many creators. And how do you find time in your like busy day to, you know, follow and watch the YouTubers, the channels, even just one? How do you keep up with, everything they do? If they're doing live streams that go for a few hours, you know, um, um, so I was just thinking about how many channels I am subscribed to. And I think the last time I counted, I had maybe close to 30 people that I was subscribed to. Um, but really, I probably only have between a dozen, or between one and two. I probably only have one, about a dozen channels that I really closely um, follow and watch. But then I probably got maybe a second dozen that I am subscribed to, but I don't really watch. And then there's other channels, outside of that I've heard the names, I'm aware of, mentally. They're familiar names. I'm generally aware of who they are and what they do. And I don't subscribe because, um, not because I don't want to support them, or follow what their content. It's just, when you have notifications popping up for live streams all the time, it's kind of hard to, okay, what do I watch? What do I watch later? If it's a whole large live stream, like for example, Resort TV One or some of these other, people's in the parks. Well, like Russ, your stream yesterday, it was like like over 3 hours. I really didn't watch much of. I missed it live. Uh, really, I think it popped in live for like a couple minutes, but then I watched maybe 15 or 20 minutes of the replay of that, and then I had other stuff to do. And what makes it harder for me is I really can't focus on other things when I'm watching a stream, or listening to music even. There's really no such thing for me as background music. I can call it background music, but or background to anything. But um Yeah, that's true, Russ. It's very hard to keep up with everyone. I feel bad sometimes that I don't have the time I used to support everyone. Um, because you're trying to, even if you didn't have a channel of your own, you've got, real life stuff going on. You're watching the channels, and then, people that have their channels, they're doing stuff for their channels, like Richard Blumenchiza. He was in here watching. He might be ninja watching, but he said he was going to edit his content because he's got a YouTube channel, and he was at Disney, so he's got videos he's going to put out. And yes, that was a subtle promotion for Blumenchiza's channel. So if you don't already subscribe to Blumenchiza, go and give his channel a checkout. And so it's just very hard. And that was kind of something that was going through my mind when I decided to stop doing my Monday night Disney news, the news flash Disney. And I decided to do that as a podcast because the podcast enables you to produce a thing, and you don't have the video. And so for people who can work with a background thing going. Oh, hey, Garrett, how are you? Welcome in. Monarch Moments, welcome in. Happy Friday, or it's still Thursday here on the East Coast. But I know you guys on the West Coast have a little more Thursday. So happy Thursday and happy pre-Friday or Friday Eve. But yeah. So I feel like the podcast platform and medium is probably more suited for people who maybe don't have time to or they don't want to what am I trying to say? It might be easier to follow a podcast in a way, especially for if you listen while you're driving. You can listen to a stream, but sometimes they will show things on a stream, and then you're trying to drive, but with a podcast you can listen. And so there was, those are just a few of the things that went through my mind, when I was developing, or trying to decide what to do with the Disney news thing that I wanted to do. Karki says, yes, even though 2020 was very hard, I was at home most of the time, so I had more time to watch people's content. Now, not so much. Yeah, and yeah. Russ says, I'm hoping to catch up on some videos tomorrow. Was supposed to report for jury duty and took the day off, but I got excused. Oh, okay. Awesome. And car key podcasts are great for walking. Yeah, if I was in a walking routine, that would be probably something I would look into, is maybe listening to a podcast, following a podcast. But if you need a podcast, see what I did here? If you need a podcast or two to follow, you can follow my podcasts, The Dean Report and Newsflash Disney. I'm doing the Dean Report is going to be a bi-weekly upload on Wednesday, every second Wednesday. So I did one yesterday, and so in 2 weeks on the 18th will be the next episode. But I've got a whole library of episodes that you can go back and listen to for that one. Episode 41 is all about turkey legs. Jonathan Chong, hi, how are you? Happy Thursday, welcome in. And then my other podcast, News Flash Disney, is the one I've been mentioning, is Disney News. Since that's a little more timely, and I needed a schedule that would maybe help me keep up with Disney News better. I do that twice a week, on Monday and Friday upload. The episode length that I try to keep to for all of my podcasts is about 20 minutes. So yeah. Stacy Rogers, hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Great to have you here. Great to have everybody here. Yeah. So that said, if you walk and listen to podcasts and want to follow a couple other podcasts, you can do that. But yeah. And then, of course, Thursday nights, I am here on YouTube live. So, anyway. But I think the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about, and I did an episode on talking about all of the creators, all the YouTube Disney creators, and how to really describe them, because they're usually described as maybe a few different things, YouTube creators, YouTubers, Disney YouTubers, Disney YouTube, some combination of those words. But I had a term that I thought up that I really don't use as much as I really want to. And it really describes the people that create content that is birthed out of a passion that they have. And so that term that I came up with is called artists of passions. And I think that very adequately describes any of you here that have channels or are starting channels. That's kind of how I think in my mind now, is this term that I think it's original, is artists of passions. And it's just, I think it's a very nice way to put what you do. You are creating art. Some, I know Russ does, Lego stuff, as well as the design, graphic design type stuff too, as well as, making the videos, doing a live stream. I still consider art, because you're still having to be here and you have to decide what to say, what to talk about, what to show. Are you going to show something on stream that's interesting? Are you going to read, a book, a story? Are you going to sing? No, I'm not going to sing. It's late. I don't know if you want to hear that. But yes. And yeah, Jonathan, it's a term that you can use for about anything. It's very multi-purposed. So I go into, let me look up. It's called Artists of Passions. It's the name of the episode on my the Dean Report. Let me just look up really quickly, guys, which episode that is, so you can find it maybe more quickly. Actually, no, started singing. I'm going on to Spotify. Oops, hold on, guys. Here we go. It's episode 48. Some of the platforms give you the unique logo that I created for the episode. Spotify does. That's what this is. Some of them don't. So that's a special logo that I created, and I did put the Disney D in there along with the YouTube thing. But like Jonathan said, the term artist of passions, or the plural artists of passions, can describe anything, Disney, non-Disney, but it's very, it breaks down, you know what though? I just had a crazy idea. Guys, like Hans said, I like crazy. Rose. Or you can do like Garrett and put your wife in front of the camera and say, go and hope nothing dangerous happens. You could do that. But I mean, that's you're still creating. Hey, look, I'm live. Gee, that's freaky. Creating. Hey, look, I'm live. Oh my gosh. All righty, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Paste. So the link I think I'm putting in here. There we go. That is the episode, Artists of Passions, that I the episode that I talk about, where I talk about the Artists of Passions. So anyway, so I've got a chat up on here. I'm going to look here. Carol, I am an artist of passive. I don't create. But yes, what Russ says is true. There are supporters of those, and so you may not be, the artist. You might not be the one creating, but you are, that term doesn't describe everyone in the community, obviously, but there are the supporters, there's the friends, there's the, whatever you want to call it. You are what's the word I'm looking for? Gee. Oh, welcome back, Amy. Welcome home. What's the word I'm looking for? Connoisseur? You're a connoisseur of the art. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that the same thing as consumer? Let me see if that's the one I'm looking for. Connoisseur. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I see YouTube. I hear YouTubers do this all the time. Hey Google, what does connoisseur mean?
Here's the definition of connoisseur.
Oh crap.
An expert judge in matters of taste.
An expert judge in matters of taste. Oh. I did the Google thing and it just came up on my it I meant to trigger my phone, but apparently because this is a Google Chromebook, there's a Google lady in the computer. And I just popped her up again. Hey Google, what's a turkey leg?
Here's a result from the web.
Wow. Breaking down a whole turkey. Big juicy turkey legs. Easy recipe. Okay, how to debone and stuff a turkey and turkey legs. This conversation just took a really interesting turn. Oh, my phone brought up. Hold on. Look at here. Look at what. I'm sorry if I triggered your Google lady. My phone brought up this answer. How many ounces is a turkey leg? It says a turkey leg is technically comprised of a bird's thigh and the drumstick, the part of the leg below the knee joint, though in many recipes the term is used to refer to just the drumstick. Skin on and bone in, a full leg typically weighs between 1 and 2.5 pounds. Between 1 and 2.5 pounds. Wow. Oh. CheatSheet.com. Everything you want to know about the Disneyland turkey leg. I'm just going to steal about 5 more minutes of your evening, guys, while I look at this answer. 5. Oh, I need to, I'm going to bookmark this one. Hold on, guys. I'm missing something in chat. Noah says, I have a Google Nest Mini and it could recognize any voice that says, hey, Google. Hey, Google, do turkeys have knees?
According to FindAnyAnswer.com, turkeys happen to have a similar muscle and tendon structure in their legs as humans do, even though their knees bend the opposite way.
Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Well, there you go. Turkeys have similar muscle and tendon structure in their legs as humans do, even though their knees bend the opposite way. That's why I like turkeys so much, because opposites attract. Turkey, then the lady doesn't keep going, but the rest of the answer says, turkey booties, also known as turkey frills, are little paper caps that people stick on the end of turkey legs to cover up the unsightly ends of the bones. Interesting. I mean, I usually just throw the bone away after I eat the meat off the meat off of there. very interesting. But anyway, did I save this? Okay, let me bookmark this article. I'm going to revisit this article next week. Everything you want to know about the Disneyland turkey leg, including what it's made of. Come back next week. I'm going to get into this. And I'm actually planning to revisit the whole topic of talking about turkey legs in November on the Dean Report podcast. So anyway, with that, my friends, I am going to go ahead and wrap up the stream, but let me look at let me just look in chat. Chatty chat. Let's see. Oh, rusted. So then, how come I don't run backwards? I don't know. Very interesting. That's a good question. So, Jonathan asks, so do turkeys pass gas like a human? Oh, I don't know. Where's Russ's answer? Yes, Jonathan, the fart stuffing. Well, anyway, I think this has been a very fun stream. Very unique. Definitely. But I've enjoyed it. Anyway, I think it's time to go ahead and say goodnight. Yep, I'm looking to record. There'll be time tomorrow to record the next Newsflash Disney. I know there's several things that have gone on in the world of Disney news that I've got to finish making notes about first thing in the morning, and then usually sometime in the midday tomorrow, I will be putting up the new episode, which will be episode 2 on the Dean Report. And so you are welcome and invited to check out that episode. I'll be posting it on Instagram. I'm going to try to get I have a Turkey Legster Facebook page that I'm going to try to be put more stuff over on. I tend to just put stuff out on Instagram. I use Instagram, I would say, about 80% of the time, and then Facebook usually gets, the other 20% of the time. But anyway, yes. But have a wonderful weekend, guys. There was something else. Anyway, I don't know. Follow me on Instagram since I am so active on there. And check out my stories. I try to post humorous posts that I come across that'll kind of make you, make you laugh. It's meant to put some levity in your day with all the craziness and everything going on in the world. But if I think of anything, I'm going to try to start using my Instagram stories a little more often for like quick, monologue type things or things I want to share. So a couple times during the week, I'm going to try to, if I've got something on my mind, just have half a minute or 30 seconds, whichever comes first, to just, say what's on my mind instead of, creating a meme or posting a meme. I'm not saying I'm not going to do that still, but anyway. So good night, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Friday now. For East Coasters, if you're on the East Coast, you are in Friday already. So thank you everyone for coming. You are welcome. Carol, Noah, Jonathan, Amy, Russ. I know Space Mountain Dave was here earlier. Princess Paula Bell was here. Garrett's here. Yeah, I said moments. Stacy Rogers was in here. I know. Oh yeah, Stacy Rogers, Tina McNeil, and Jack Twaddle. Mike Wheeler. If you're still listening, great to have you in here, even listening. Everyone, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Everyone, if you have not already, bop the like button. And I'll be back next Thursday at 11 o'clock. And there'll be another story. We're going to talk about turkey legs next week. So until next Thursday, I hope that you have a Gobbletastic weekend and next week. So thanks again, everyone, and take care. And I'll see you.